My word. Look at that handsome bloke. OSA.
I'd spent the past years in a delightful blur of drinking and debauchery, but killing Nazis was like riding a bike. A dozen slit throats later, I found myself inside the Gestapo office in Sacramento, California. From there, I had to find my way to Oberkommandeur Hans's.
Männer, ich bin in meinem Büro und bereite wichtige Dokumente für General Dunkel vor. Achten Sie auf verdächtige terroristische Aktivitäten. Und bringt mir bitte eine Tasse Tee und ein Schinkenbrötchen. Heil Hitler.
Oberkommandeur Hans was my first hit in years. Felt like a stiff drink to take the edge off, but I had to stay focused. From drunken midnight beach walks in Sao Paulo to skulking through Nazi Tossa Central, I wondered if I was up to par after all these years.
Männer, seid heute besonders wachsam. Ich hatte eine ziemlich schlimme Vorahnung. Man könnte sagen, sie kam mir im Traum. Und wo sind mein Tee und mein Schinkenbrötchen? Herrgott nochmal!
I could smell the sickly sweet perfume he'd chosen this morning.
General Dunkel, ich muss Ihnen von dem Traum erzählen, den ich neulich hatte.
And so another Nazi bellend had been sent to hell. So this was Paragon Studios, mouthpiece for Nazi America, doling out rubbish propaganda to the masses. Spotted the glass-domed main offices draped in Nazi banners beyond the...
Guards, this is Charles Lawrence. I have a very important shoot coming up. Now, with the horrible murder of my friend Oberkommandant Hans Stieglitz, I want everyone to keep their ears open and eyes peeled, all right? I want any degenerate terrorist sneaking around on the premises. Guards, it's Charles Lawrence again. I have told you countless times, no one is allowed to disturb me when I'm in the zone. Acting requires perfect concentration, and you are ruining the preparations of my upcoming immaculate performance with your constant, idiotic interruptions of flimsy requests. Thank you.
The Paragon Studios office building looked exactly like the place a wanker like Lawrence would fester.
Everyone, the upcoming shoot for the new movie Blitzmensch Returns, Vengeance for the Aryan Race, has a guard role available due to sudden illness. The part involves no talking, and there will be free knockwurst. Now, since I'm sure there will be many volunteers, please form an orderly line outside my office later today at 7 p.m.
You have a drinking problem, bartender in Sao Paulo once said. Bloody Nazis are marching on your streets and you're telling me I have a problem? The world had gone mental, and I just needed a drink. Maybe drinking wasn't the solution, but it sure soothed the pain. Look, what else was there? Anyway, I was a big girl, and I decided when I could drink. Bloody hell.
Your lives are worth living. Thanks to the greatness of the legendary actor and producer, Charles Lawrence. Protect me at all costs. You will be rewarded for the details of the race history.
Achtung, I am Blitzmensch.
Wer ist da?
I'd planned on spending the end of my days in Brazil.
Moon-based Gamma was the loathsome General Dunkel's domain, a military research complex. It was just a matter of time before someone discovered the bodies in the transport, so I had to move fast.
Ihr nichtsnützigen Maden! Hier spricht General Dunkel! Ein blutrünstiger Terrorist ist in dieser Anlage! Ich mache euch dafür verantwortlich und werde jeden von euch hirntoten Einfallspinseln persönlich hinrichten, wenn ihr ihn nicht aufhaltet! General Dunkel! Ende!
Warnung, unbefugter Zugang. Die Türsteuerung kann nur durch autorisierte Personen oder über das automatische Notfallsystem bedient werden.
It was time for more extreme measures. One time I was so pissed I thought there was a family of mice living behind my eye patch. I named them Fianula, Prentice, and Ridgewell.
Agent Silences! Yes, you. Are you on a quest for vengeance? To assassinate the three people who destroyed your previous husband? Then I suppose I am to be your crowning achievement? I think not, terrorist.
Maybe he was right. Maybe I was finally in over my head. Maybe Jack would never be avenged. Well, at least I'd die trying.
Warnung, Zirkulationssysteme im Sektor deaktiviert. Luftdruck fällt. Warnung, Sauerstoffniveau fällt. Sauerstoffniveau bei 80%. Sofort evakuieren. Warnung, sofort evakuieren. Halten Sie sich an die Protokolle. Evakuieren Sie den General zuerst. Warnung, Sauerstoffniveau bei 50% auf gefährlich niedrigem Niveau. Warnung, Evakuierung läuft. 100%.
As I stood over Jack's bane, a sense of emptiness overcame me. The deed was done, and yet the hole in my heart would not fully heal. I watched a million stars sparkling in the void. Earth looked so serene from up above. How charming a con man was distance. And so I returned to my old life in Brazil, determined to end my days in oblivion. It wasn't a bad way to go, all things considered. But something had changed. That empty feeling remained, and no liquor could fill its void. Then one day, another letter came, signed by the enigmatic Crimson Bulldog. The American Revolution was in full force, and the resistance needed me. I understood in that moment what the emptiness meant. This wasn't just about avenging Jack. No, this was bigger than me. So I traveled back to America to fight the Nazis once again. Maybe I was heading towards certain death, but Agent Silent Death would not go quietly into the night.